Welcome to my backyard. I'm going to do a couple videos from out here because that way I don't have to compete for a silent space inside, and it's lovely and the light's pretty good, I think. So yeah, welcome to my backyard. Today I want to answer a question from a viewer. So remember, if you have any questions about book publishing or writing, you can put them in the comments and then I might pick one of those questions to be a topic of a future video. Today's question is about reader magnets, and this comes up in a couple of different places. One, if you are unpublished, you want to start a self-publishing career and you aren't sure what to use as a reader magnet because you've seen some advice out there on the internet that this is a good practice to have. So what is a reader magnet? First of all, a reader magnet is something that attracts a reader to sign up for a newsletter. It can also be, you can also use a reader magnet to hook somebody into an exclusive club, like a Facebook reader group or a Discord group, or Patreon. Patreon is basically a set of tiered reader magnets. And I have 3 free books. If you sign up as a reader for my newsletter, I do use that. I mean, it's very good call to action language. CTA is the marketing term, call to action. And a reader magnet is the easiest, most common call to action at the end of a book. But you don't need to just say, sign up for my newsletter and get a free book. That's super common, but there are other options. So if you are an unpublished author and you're thinking, I have a series of 3 books that I'm planning to write, I don't want to make any of them free yet, and if I do want to make one of them free, I might do it on the retailers and not on my newsletter, which is, I support that approach, absolutely. So what can I use as a reader magnet to draw people, to give them that hook, that clear reason to sign up for your newsletter at the end of your book? So at the end of your book, another really great option is a vignette, a bonus epilogue for that book, for those characters. It doesn't need to be a complete story. At that point, a reader who has enjoyed your book is super warm to signing up for your newsletter anyway. So don't think that your reader magnet has to be a complete novel or even a novella. It can be a bonus scene, and you can link that. You can just post the text on your website. It doesn't need to be formatted as an ebook or anything like that. So at the end, so if you're looking for a reader magnet to put at the end of a book, I love a vignette. I love a bonus epilogue. If you are thinking more as, how do I build a platform of warm-ish readers who like the genre, and you want to hook them, because this is another way that reader magnets are used, particularly in cost per click advertising. And I know I still haven't done a video on cost per click advertising because my thoughts on it are still a work in progress. And as I explained, I participated in the Facebook the Stop Hate for Profit boycott of Facebook in July, and I still haven't gone back to running Facebook ads. So I'm still thinking about how I feel about them. I have boosted a couple of Instagram posts, but that's the extent of the advertising that I've done this summer. So anyway, but cost per click advertising is another place where you can use a reader magnet. And here, the intended audience is not somebody who's warm to your books, who already is a reader, but it's to hook somebody in. And there I'm going to say that the best reader magnet at that point is not a free book for your newsletter, but a free book on the retailers. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overthink, oh, I need to have all of these things. I need to have a free book on the retailers and I need to have a reader magnet. It's okay to just have a free book on the retailers. And in fact, my newsletter funnel, well, yes, it does point them to, like, when they sign up for my newsletter, I do give them a couple of older books for free. And I do revamp that every so often. Right now, I do have a newsletter exclusive story that has been retired from the retailers. But it's also okay just to point them directly to free books that are on the retailers, because readers like to keep their books in book libraries managed by big companies. It is a rare reader that keeps a collection of EPUBs themselves organized on their computer. They move it from device to device. living in a cloud, maybe that's not your standard reader. Your standard reader wants all of their books on their Apple Books device or in their library in the cloud, managed by Apple, on their Kobo, on their Kindle, on their Nook, in their Google Play Store. They want all their books in one place, which is why I'm a big fan of being on all the retailers eventually, once you have a big enough catalog. And you know, you've pulled as much money as you can out of Kindle Unlimited. I'm a big fan of that too. But don't underestimate the power of a simple plan that offers your free first in series and funnels people through that. That's a sufficient plan. You don't need to have a reader magnet on top of that necessarily. Your reader magnet can just be reminding people of what books you already have free on the retailer. Somebody who does this really well, well, her books are in KU, so it's a little bit different, but somebody who does this really well, doesn't really seem to have a reader magnet, is Lucy Score. So if you want to sign up for a newsletter like that, her newsletter itself is the hook. If your newsletter is entertaining enough, you don't need to have a product to give them. So that is, as Becca Syme would say, question the premise on whether or not you actually need a reader magnet. But if you do, don't overcomplicate it. So there, that's my answer to that question about reader magnets. I hope that clarified some things. If you have any further questions about any of the marketing lingo, like call to action, let me know in the comments and I can expand on that. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and like and tell a friend about these videos, because I really like making them. And the more people that engage with them, you know, then the more I'm likely to make more of them. All right, I'll be back. I'm going to make actually another couple videos from my backyard. This is lovely out here. It's kind of nice talking to you from here. All right, talk to you soon.